Hi guys, so today for our little reading, we're going to read a book that I think means a lot right now. Because right now we're sort of going through a time that seems sort of stressful, it's different, it's weird. Having school at home, me teaching at home, this is a new experience for me and I know it's a new experience for you. So sometimes we can feel worried or overwhelmed about what's going on. So this story is called Worried Little Lamb. So we're going to read this. It's like by Little Animal Adventures. So let's see. So the author is Valérie Guidoux, adapted by Patricia Jensen, and illustrations by Philippe Poirier. So illustrations would be he created the picture, and if it's by someone, that means they wrote it. They are the author. So the title is Worried Little Lamb. Just like me, I'm a little worried about what's going on, but remember, we have stress techniques that we learned about in class that can help us use our stress balls. Let's do some yoga. Maybe we'll do a yoga video, okay? So, Worried Little Lamb. One fine day, all the sheep were going to the meadow in the valley to graze on the new spring grass. Come along, Mother called to Little Lamb, who was playing with some butterflies. It's time for your first trip to the valley. I'm coming, said Little Lamb. The mischievous woodchuck was hiding nearby and heard their conversation. Little Lamb is going to the valley for the first time, he chuckled. I know how my friend Rabbit and I can have some fun. So, it's first of spring, just like it is here, spring. And the little lamb is going to the valley for the first time. Now, it seems like this woodchuck is going to try to get that little lamb in some trouble. Woodchuck called to Little Lamb, my friend Rabbit and I have been to the valley many times. To get there, you must climb down a very steep cliff. Poor little lamb, you'll never be able to do it. Why not? She asked. Well, your legs aren't strong enough, said Woodchuck. You'll probably stumble and tumble all the way to the bottom. Little Lamb was very young and believed almost everything she heard. Oh my, said Little Lamb, her eyes wide with fright. So this woodchuck is trying to make the little lamb a little nervous. He's saying, you're not going to be able to make it up the hill. And I'm sure that's a little intimidating. Little Lamb raced after the flock of sheep and found Grandma. Grandma, she asked, do I have to climb down a cliff to get to the valley? Yes, you do, answered Grandma. Oh no, Little Lamb said in a shaky voice. I won't make it down that cliff. My legs aren't strong enough. Grandma said, you won't know until you try, Little Lamb. Besides, your mother certainly wouldn't lead you to a place you couldn't reach. We will all be there to help you. So Grandma's trying to make Little Lamb feel better, saying that we're all going to work together. And your mom or dad or whoever wouldn't take you somewhere where they think you would get hurt. But Little Lamb was still worried when she caught up to Grandpa, she asked, I'm afraid that my legs are too weak to carry me down the cliff. Grandpa snorted. Your legs are plenty strong enough. You have no trouble at all. Besides, your mother and grandmother and I will be there to help you. So Grandpa's trying to help Little Lamb too. Trying to make her feel better. So do you think Little Lamb is worried? Yes, she's probably very worried because of what the woodchuck said to her. Little Lamb finally arrived at the edge of the cliff. Some of the sheep were resting before climbing down to the valley. Others had already started down. Little Lamb peered over the side. Oh no, she thought. This cliff is much too steep. Woodchuck and Rabbit were right. I will never be able to climb down. I'll stumble and tumble all the way to the bottom. That would be a pretty steep cliff. I think I would be worried too. But look at all the people that are there to support the little lamb. Little Lamb's mother found her daughter and said, we're almost there. But Mother, cried Little Lamb, I can't climb down such a steep cliff. My legs are much too weak. Where did you ever get that idea? Asked her surprised mother. Woodchuck told me, said Little Lamb tearfully, and Rabbit thinks so too. You'll never know what you can do until you try, Mother said gently, and we're all here to help you. Little Lamb's mother began to lead the way. Little Lamb took a deep breath, and then she took one careful step, and another, and another. So she's thinking it's too steep, but her mom said, no, you're fine. All you gotta do is take a deep breath. Remember, we took some deep breaths to learn about stress relief in class. Little Lamb climbed all the way down the cliff slowly and carefully. Woodchuck and Rabbit were waiting at the bottom. Little Lamb's mother went over to the two rascals. You have been mean to Little Lamb today, she scolded. You should not have told her that. She wouldn't be able to climb down the cliff. It was not too steep for her. We were only kidding, said Woodchuck, hanging his head in shame. Playing tricks on your friend is not a good way to have fun, Mother said firmly. We're sorry, said Woodchuck. So the woodchucks were only playing with Little Lamb. But still, it caused her to stress and worry a lot, and that's not nice to make our friends worry. Little Lamb's mother smiled as Little Lamb played in the meadow with Rabbit, Woodchuck, and all their brothers and sisters. I've learned how to find out things for myself, Little Lamb said to Woodchuck, so no one will ever be able to trick me again. And I now know that my legs are strong. In fact, they are so strong, I can give you all a ride. So Little Lamb's giving them all a ride. And Little Lamb realized that if she puts her mind to something, she can do it. Don't let someone else tell you you can't. And that's just what Little Lamb did. She gave all of them a ride because she knew her legs were strong. Okay, so that was the story of Worried Little Lamb and how the little lamb was a little stressed and upset about trying to go down the steep hill, but she had support. She took a deep breath and she realized she could do it. She didn't need someone else telling her she couldn't do it. So you remember that whenever you're feeling stressed or worried about something, you remember what you can do. You never know if you can do it until you try. So some questions I think you could think about with this is, what makes you stressed and how do you help your stress? Remember, we did yoga, took deep breaths, eat little snacks, anything like that. So you try something at home, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the story of Worried Little Lamb, and I'll see you tomorrow.